Hello there, welcome back to grade 10 economics. In this video, we're going to look at the paper 2 question paper. We're going to look at the first question on that paper 2 question paper. So this is what we have. Let's not forget to subscribe and share. Let's not forget to share the link to our colleagues who are doing grade 10 economics. Right, according to our question, that is our question 1. We are going to start with multiple choice section, and the various options are provided as possible answers to the following set questions. Choose the answer and write only the letter A to D next to the question number. You're given 1.1.1 up to 1.1.8 in the answer book. For example, you're given an example of how to prove satisfaction that a consumer derives from the consumption of a good or a service is called a dash utility. Remember, they are saying total benefit. So obviously, it's going to be our total utility. So going to our answer section, you see that we have total consumers generally make decisions. We've got irrational, rational, identical, and right. And usually our consumers, they make rational decisions. And we are saying when I talk about rational decisions, this is a choice made using logic and objective facts. So this is our clear features of explanation of rational decisions. So we have got rational as the correct answer. And then we have got 1.1.3, which says in a market economy, competition works like A or N dash end. So we know that in a market economy, there is no government intervention. So competition works like an invisible end. So invisible end, we are talking about an unseen force the invisible end comes as an unseen force that is more than usually seen in the market system. So in other words, we are saying it's a force that is sort of automatic, that is not controlled by human hand. So, for example, we don't have the government that is inside it. So we are just saying in the market we have got the market of forces and demand determining or the activities that are happening there. So we don't have any external force that is coming in to determine, for example, we're talking about price to determine price. So basically that's what we have in terms of invisible hand. So here we have got our answer is invisible hand. Then we go to 1.1.4. The government intervenes in the market when they A, do not control the quantity of goods, provide private goods, allow monopolies to dominate the market, then control prices. So obviously our answer is D. Government intervenes in the market when they control price. So when they control prices, that's when you see the government intervention. So we are saying D. So we go to 1.1.5. The supply side approach focuses on the dash economy. Remember, supply side approach is used to control activities that are transpiring in the economy. So they are used to control economic activity. So basically, it's from macroeconomic point of view. Macro meaning from the whole economy point of view. So we have A, yes, the correct answer. Then moving on to the next question, which is 1.1.6, which reads, the rights of workers is a domain of the Dash Act. We've got a broad-based black economic empowerment, basic conditions of employment, labor relations, skills development. But this is seen in the Labor Relations Act, which is C. So 1.2.6. So 1.1.6, we have C as the correct answer, which is Labor Relations Act. Then 1.1.7, South Africa's first democratic election took place in, that is 1994. So we have 1994 here. Then a productivity of labor is the relationship between the real output and the dash input used to produce it. Obviously, the quantity, because when we are calculating productivity, we are seeing total output over total input. So it's a relationship between the output and the quantity of input, quantity input used to produce it. So we have A as the correct response. So we go to the second section where we have got 1.2, which is our matching section. Matching words. Choose a description for column B that matches for an item in column A. Write only the letter A next to the question number. That is 1.2.1 to 1.2.8 in answer book. Column A, we are given the terms or words that we are having. Then column B, explanation. So you just pick the explanation that's matching word that we have here. Deregulation. We know that deregulation is the removal of laws, or basically the regulations that are controlling activities. So we try to look explanation that is within that context in column B. We see that if you go to D is saying remove of unnecessary laws and ordinances, bylaws to make markets free to make a business. So basically, the essence that is there, the key that we are looking for is the removal of unnecessary laws, which is very correct. So we have D. Then 1.2.2 full employment. So full employment, it can mean saying every worker that is able, that is looking for a job can find employment. So that is full employment. Or it can mean the full utilization of the resources that are available. We are saying we are not leaving any resource unutilized. We are utilizing more resources that are there in the economy. We say the economy is operating at full employment level. And also it can mean, on the other hand, when we are talking it from the point of view of the labor market, we are saying every worker every potential worker that is looking for a job can get a job. So that is full employment. When you look the explanation within that context, column B, you'd see that if you go to F, anyone who is willing to work is employment. That is what we have. So you've got F here. Then bargaining councils, and we know that bargaining council are established when an employer and employee bodies, that is the unions, that is employer unions and employee unions, agree to come together to engage in collective bargaining. That's the use of bargaining councils. So we try to see again explanation within that context in column B. And if you go to G, established on a voluntary basis by the employers and unions, which is exactly as we are trying to explain. Then we go to 1.4 capital goods. We try to go to section B to see which explanation is matching capital goods. So these capital goods, these are goods that we expect to last for a longer period. So if you go there, you'd see that we have EU using also called producers or intermediate goods is the match that we can match with capital goods. Then we have got 1.2.5 indirect taxes. So these are taxes that are not charged directly to the taxpayer. They are charged in intermediate. For example, we have got value-added tax, that is tax on consumer goods. It's charged on the retailer, and then the retailer collects the tax from the customer. So typically, those are type of taxes. So we try to look the explanation that is. So we are saying we are still working on 1.2.5, and they're saying the appropriate response that we have there is C, also known as tax on production and imports. So you would see. Then D, merit goods. Merit goods, they are goods that are beneficial to the society as a whole. So we look at the explanation that we are using there, and we see that if you go to B, goods or services that have social benefits greater than the direct benefits derived by individual consumers of the goods. So we've got B, that's the correct response. And then we've got a self-regulation, and we are saying self-regulating. It's the ability to understand and manage your own behavior and your reactions, and that is self-regulation from defining it as a term. So we try to look at the column that we have on our explanations. You'll see that if you go to a markets that do not require any direct intervention or control from outside forces. So we have A, World Trade Organization. We know that it's all about controlling international trade. So let's see explanation that is within international trade from column B. If you go to I, say facilitates global trade, and global trade is also international trade becomes a component of global trade, global free trade. So we have I is last response that we have, and we just try to see in terms of the next question that we are having. We go back. So moving on to the last section that we have, that is 1.3. It is given one term for each of the following sentence description. Following description, write only the term next to the question number. That's 1.3.1 to 1.3.6 in the answer book. Acronyms and abbreviations will not be accepted. Then 1.3.1, a financial grant or other resources to support the production of a good or service. So we know that this is described as a subsidy. So we can as well try to present it there as a subsidy. 1.3.1, we are saying it's a subsidy. Then we move on to the next question, which is saying the quantity of goods or services that consumers are willing and able to buy over a period of time. Willing and able, and know that this is demand. So we present it as a demand. So moving on to the next part, we say it is achieved when a productive and allocative efficiency coincides. And we know this is Pareto efficiency. So we present it as a Pareto. So we are saying 1.3.3, we have a Pareto efficiency, and we go to 1.3.4, it's saying policies and practices aimed at redressing social, economic, and educational imbalances of the past. And we see that on 1.3.4, we have got the redress policies. I remember the redress policies is a set of interventions that aim to address imbalances in society and the economy. So we have redress policies on 1.3.4. We are saying 3.4 is redress policy. When we move on the last part, the question is 1.3.6, the reduction of interest rates that causes consumers or producers to borrow more from the banks. So basically, we know that interest rate is an instrument that is used in the monetary policy. So basically, it's the monetary policy. But if you want to further specify it, when it's now reduction, which means it's going to activate demand in the economy. It's an expansion of demand since firms and individuals in the economy are going to access funds at a cheaper rate, and then the demand is widened. And in that sense, it becomes expansionary expansionary monetary policy. So, but basically, it's monetary policy. But if you want to further specify it, it becomes expansionary monetary policy. So we've got 1.3.6, and we are saying monetary policy. So this is what we have, guys, according to this video. That's question 1 on this question paper, which is a paper 2 question paper. So let's stay tuned for more videos to come. More typical examination questions are going to be uploaded. More typical paper 2 questions are going to be uploaded on this channel. So let's get notified. Let's subscribe and share. Let's share the link to our colleagues who are doing grade 10 economics. As for this video, I'm signing out. We'll meet again in the next video.